Amazon, the e-commerce giant, recently announced the closure of several physical retail stores. This move follows a warning from founder Jeff Bezos about economic turbulence. The closures, including Amazon Go and Amazon Books, signal a shift in strategy. Is this a strategic realignment or a reaction to a looming recession? The closures, affecting dozens of stores across the U.S., come as a surprise to some. It could be a sign of the times, reflecting concerns about the economy's health. With inflation high and consumer confidence low, Amazon's decision might be a canary in the coal mine for retail. Understanding Amazon's recent moves requires examining the current economic landscape. Two key factors are putting pressure on both consumers and businesses: soaring inflation and record levels of household debt. These economic headwinds are eroding consumer purchasing power and forcing businesses to adapt. Inflation, currently at levels not seen in decades, is eating away at consumers' wallets. The rising cost of essential goods and services, from groceries to gasoline, is leaving less disposable income for discretionary spending. This is particularly impactful for low and middle-income households who are already struggling to make ends meet. Adding to the strain is the record level of household debt. Americans are carrying more debt than ever before, from mortgages and student loans to credit card balances. This debt burden, coupled with rising interest rates, is further reducing consumers' ability to spend, creating a drag on economic growth. As their purchasing power diminishes, consumers are forced to make difficult choices, cutting back on non-essential spending and delaying major purchases. Jeff Bezos, Amazon's founder, has urged both consumers and businesses to brace for tough times ahead. His warnings, coming from someone with his business acumen, carry significant weight and have added to the growing sense of economic anxiety. Bezos' advice to consumers is straightforward: batten down the hatches. He recommends shoring up cash reserves, avoiding unnecessary debt, and postponing major purchases. This cautious approach, he argues, will help individuals weather the economic storm and emerge in a stronger position. This message of caution extends to businesses as well. Bezos has advised companies to closely scrutinize their expenses, streamline operations, and avoid unnecessary risks. He emphasizes the importance of building a strong financial cushion to navigate potential downturns. While his words may seem ominous, Bezos' message is ultimately one of preparedness. He is not predicting an inevitable economic collapse, but rather advocating for a prudent and cautious approach in the face of uncertainty. Bezos is not alone in his assessment of the economic climate. Other prominent business leaders, economists, and financial institutions have voiced similar concerns. Jamie Dimon, CEO of J.P. Chase, has warned of a hurricane heading towards the U.S. economy. He cites a confluence of factors, including geopolitical instability, persistent inflation, and rising interest rates, as reasons for concern. Christine Lagarde, president of the European Central Bank, has also expressed caution, acknowledging the significant headwinds facing the Eurozone economy. She points to the war in Ukraine, supply chain disruptions, and soaring energy prices as major challenges. These warnings from influential figures highlight the fragility of the current economic recovery. While the exact timing and severity of a potential recession remain uncertain, the consensus among experts is clear. The risks are real and require careful consideration. In the face of these economic headwinds, Amazon is not standing idly by. The company has announced a series of cost-cutting measures and strategic shifts. These actions, ranging from job cuts to warehouse closures, signal a more cautious approach. One of Amazon's most significant moves has been to slow down its aggressive expansion plans. The company has halted construction on several new warehouses and fulfillment centers. This decision reflects a more conservative outlook on consumer demand. In addition to scaling back its physical footprint, Amazon has also announced significant job cuts. These layoffs, affecting thousands of employees, are part of a broader effort to streamline operations and reduce costs. The company has also implemented a hiring freeze for corporate roles in certain departments. Amazon's decision to close certain physical retail stores has sparked debate about the future of the company's brick-and-mortar strategy. Some view it as a sign that Amazon is retreating from its ambitions to challenge traditional retailers on their own turf. Others see it as a strategic realignment, allowing the company to focus on more profitable aspects of its physical presence. The closures primarily affect Amazon's experimental retail formats, such as Amazon Go cashierless stores and Amazon 4-star stores. This suggests that Amazon is reevaluating the viability of these concepts in the current economic climate. However, Amazon remains committed to its grocery store expansion, with plans to open more Amazon Fresh locations. This indicates that the company sees a strong future for its grocery business. The closures do not necessarily signal the end of Amazon's physical retail ambitions, but rather a recalibration of its strategy. The confluence of factors outlined above, from high inflation and rising interest rates to Amazon's strategic shifts, paints a picture of an economy shrouded in uncertainty. While some indicators, such as the low unemployment rate, suggest continued economic strength, there are growing concerns about a potential recession. Consumer confidence, a key driver of economic growth, has been on a downward trend. When consumers are pessimistic about the future, they tend to hold back on spending, which can slow economic activity. The Federal Reserve's aggressive interest rate hikes aimed at curbing inflation are also raising concerns about a potential recession. The ongoing war in Ukraine, global supply chain disruptions, and geopolitical tensions further complicate the economic picture. As one of the world's largest and most influential companies, Amazon's actions have far-reaching implications. Its decisions to close stores, cut jobs, and halt expansion send ripple effects throughout the economy. Amazon's reduced demand for goods and services as part of its cost-cutting measures can have a domino effect on its suppliers. These suppliers relying on Amazon's business may face reduced orders, impacting their revenue and potentially leading to job losses of their own. Amazon's retreat from certain retail sectors could create opportunities for competitors, particularly traditional brick-and-mortar retailers. These companies may now see a chance to regain market share and attract customers looking for alternative shopping options. The job cuts at Amazon contribute to the broader anxieties about the job market. In this climate of economic uncertainty, both businesses and consumers are well advised to proceed with caution. By heeding the warnings of experts like Jeff Bezos and making prudent financial decisions, individuals and businesses can mitigate risks. For consumers, this means prioritizing financial prudence. Building up emergency savings, paying down high-interest debt, and delaying major purchases can provide a financial cushion. It also makes sense to review spending habits, cut back on non-essential expenses, and explore ways to reduce monthly bills. Businesses should focus on strengthening their financial foundations. This includes closely managing expenses, optimizing inventory levels, and exploring ways to improve operational efficiency. It's also essential to stay informed about market trends and adjust business strategies as needed. In times of economic uncertainty, communication is crucial. The current economic headwinds, while challenging, also present opportunities for innovation and adaptation. Businesses that can anticipate and respond to changing consumer behavior, embrace new technologies, and adapt their business models will be best positioned to thrive. The shift towards e-commerce, accelerated by the pandemic, is likely to continue. Businesses that can enhance their online presence and optimize their digital marketing strategies will be well positioned to capture a growing share of consumer spending. The current economic climate also underscores the importance of resilience and adaptability. Businesses that can diversify their revenue streams and explore new markets will be better equipped to navigate economic downturns. For consumers, the current economic climate is a reminder of the importance of financial literacy and planning. The closure of Amazon stores, coupled with Jeff Bezos' warnings, serves as a stark reminder that economic cycles are a natural part of the business landscape. While the exact trajectory of the economy remains uncertain, the current climate calls for prudence, preparation, and adaptability. By heeding the warnings, making informed financial decisions, and focusing on long-term resilience, we can navigate the challenges ahead. This is a time for careful planning, strategic decision-making, and a renewed focus on the fundamentals of sound financial management.